Oh, are we live? Yeah. Sorry about that. Okay, so welcome everybody to Figure Friday. I'm glad you all showed up. Oh man, I was debating whether or not to come on today because I am like knee deep in my new project that I'm working on. And it's a short film. I think I've talked about it before, but very, very little. I'm kind of funny when I do my independent little projects. I kind of like get in my little hole and just work, and I don't want to like talk about it or show anybody until I'm done. I don't like to, like talk about things and it just never like happen. So I just like to wait until I'm totally finished with it before I even start. So I'm sorry I have not have anything up on my screen yet. Right now I'm on the On Air Video website. And I'm trying to find some pictures for us. We're going to be drawing today. We're going to use some male models today. So a little bit of a change. I think it's good to switch things up a bit sometimes when you can. They don't always put entirely a large amount of male references, but definitely there's a few male models, and they have a pretty big library right on the On Air Video website. So we'll be doing some of these. How many should I pull in? This is figure drawing, so there are all nude photos. So if you're offended, then you shouldn't be. You really shouldn't be. So how many do we have? I think I'm gonna pick about maybe 17 or so. Hopefully I don't put the same ones up. And let's see what we can do. Pose. How many is that so far? That's 10. Wow, right on the nose, 10 photographs. So let's see how, maybe I'll throw in some more. Let's pull in a couple more from the library. Maybe we'll even do a different model for the next couple ones. There's another male model in here as well. And this is on the, like I said before, On Air Video website. And you just go to the Croquis Cafe photo archive, and you can draw these at any time on your own and just get some good practice on there. But as for Figure Friday, I don't believe we've ever had a male model before. So if you haven't yet already, go ahead and get your drawing supplies, utensils, whatever you're going to, not utensils, but you know what I mean, whatever it is that you're going to use for these poses. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so that's 15. So let's see, I'm gonna order them up a little bit, get them a little bit better. But my project, if I haven't, that I was, just mentioning a few seconds ago, it's a combination of live action and traditional animation, and it's called The Magic Closet, and it's almost done. Like literally, I believe I'll be finished today, and then I'll upload it so everyone can take a look at it. But it's just about 10 minutes long, and it's super exciting because I've never done a short film on this scale before, like never this length and never with so much complexities. It's because it has like the live action and the traditional animation, there's so much green screen going on that like literally I had no idea how much work it was going to be when I started it, but it ended up being a lot of work, a lot of special effects, editing, a lot of time in After Effects, and I'm just glad that I'm almost done. It's always exciting, like you can't wait, you just keep on wanting to like get to the finish line, but when you're almost in, you're like, oh my gosh, is it really going to be over? It's almost like you slow yourself down because it's like you want to finish, but you don't want to finish because it's like it's become such a part of you to work on it. Well, that's how I feel anyway. It's like, oh my gosh, I mean, it's exciting that it's almost done. I want it, but it's like, I feel like I'm almost like I want to hold back a little bit. Like, oh my gosh, it's like my baby now. I got to put it out into the world. It's like, it's like when you finish that first film, it's like sending your kid to school for their birthday. It's like, oh my gosh, you've grown up so fast. But anyway, let's get started. I'm going to get my stopwatch. I'm going to do some poses. Find my phone. Oh, there it is. All right. So here we go. Hopefully this person, somebody I think messaged me on Meetup. This event is on meetup.com. So if you are on Meetup, I always put Freedom Friday. And let me see, I think somebody just wrote something. So let me see if there's a comment on it right now. Okay. There we go. So somebody, Remo, just messaged me, so I'm gonna message back. Hi, I'm on YouTube. This live broadcast user Alicia. You can join in. I'm live now. Okay. So I just messaged this person right now and let them know that I am on YouTube. So let's get started with 1 minute poses. I haven't drawn all week other than animating. Well, I did a lot of animation drawings, but I haven't done any figure drawings all week. So it almost feels like I don't draw when I don't do figure drawings. Like, like it's a ton of drawings with animation. I still feel like if I didn't do figure drawing, like I didn't draw at all. So anyway, let's get started. We're starting with 1 minute poses, starting now. All right, so color am I going to use today? I'm going to pick a color. It's going to be drawn. I feel like I can't draw if I don't do figure drawing. I feel like I can't. I feel like when it's time to, I can't really draw. And this is not my pencil too. Where am I? There we go. There's my pencil. I like to use this sort of a charcoaly wheel. There's the time. That was fast. Super fast. Okay, so, okay, thank you. All right, thank you. Next, another 1 minute pose. So, we're gonna do 5 1 minute poses, right? Okay, so here we go again, another 1 minute pose, starting now. So what I want to get is like the motion and the figure, not the figure, but the mass. What is the word I'm looking for? I want to get the gesture and the motion, but gosh, what's that? It's a word I'm trying to find that I'm not finding right now. Okay. So there's our second 1 minute pose. I'm gonna do 3 more. So starting now. And today is an exciting day because the release of The Little Mermaid, not The Little Mermaid, you see? What am I thinking? The Beauty and the Beast just came out today. And it's also St. Patrick's Day, so happy St. Patrick's Day. Drive safely and be responsible if you're one of those people who party on St. Patrick's Day. I'm not. What? That was too quick. Some of these might need more than a minute poses. Okay, so we're going to do another one. 1 minute pose starting now. And this one is good. You really can see the bikini bean shape here. I already missed my whole minute. That's 9. I'm trying to get balance. Okay. So, let's see. We're gonna do, how many have we done so far? We've done 4, so 1 more 1 minute pose. Okay, so starting right now. I always like to get the body in first. I just feel like it makes it a lot easier to keep things in the right proportion. It also keeps you from focusing on putting too much detail in too quickly. It's just like animating. If you're animating a character, you don't want to add all the facial details first. If you're doing a complicated body movement, you want to make sure you get the motion right and then add like expressions and all that stuff. And so I kind of feel like it's very much applies to this as well. That was quick. Okay, so there we go. Everything is still recording all right. Okay, so now we're going to do 2 minute poses. And we're going to do 5 2 minute poses. 2 minutes are my favorite because I feel like it's kind of like just the right time. Either 2 minutes or like 20 minutes. I know it's extremely different, but either like getting the whole the spring down or like really polishing it. So, all right, 2 minutes starting now. And I have to put the reference because I don't think you can really see that too well. Always I think of a shout out to the resources because you know it just made figure drawing so much easier for artists. Like remember the days of having to go to like some random studio and paying $10 to $20 per session, and it's like, hello, I'm not an artist here. I don't have money, especially if you want to practice like a couple times a week or something like that. I mean, come on. I know nothing to like these art studios. I mean, if you have the money to go and do it live, then I definitely recommend go do it live. But for most people, that's not practical all the time. Maybe sometimes, but not like all the time. As much as you want to like be good, and as much as work as it takes to get good at it, going once a week is I don't even think enough. And then like you know, who has money like that to just pay a couple times a week? So I love to give shout outs to the Croquis Cafe people, and I definitely recommend like every once in a while when you do have some extra money to drop them a little donation because they are giving like a great resource that's free to all of us. So shout out to them. That's 2 minutes. That was quick. Okay, so we're gonna do 5 2-minute poses, so 4 more. Okay, starting right now. I do like to kind of keep it very basic shapes. I don't like to get into too much. You don't want to get into like non-organic shapes when you're just starting out with your drawing because then you can get really like wonky and stuff. So I would definitely recommend trying to keep your shapes kind of organic in the early stages, and then when you clean it up, you get more detailed to as to your liking. Got the Moana DVD finally. I haven't watched it yet. I just got it a few days ago. Maybe I'll watch it tonight. I got the soundtrack a few weeks ago, so I think I kind of like want to like let that wear off because I've been playing the music like every day for the last 3 months. So yeah, that's the thing. Thank you. So how many more? Do we have? I think 3 more 2 minute. Yeah, 3 more 2-minute poses. Okay. So there we go. Starting right now. We'll do a 2-minute. 5 minutes are cool too because you get to clean it up. 5 minutes I find are really not not enough time, because then you start really cleaning it up, and then you can't all the way because it takes more than 5 minutes to really clean it up. So you just like, that's why I like 2 minutes and like 20 minutes. That's 2 minutes is just enough to just practice, and then 20 minutes is enough to really clean it up nice. Men are easy to do either. I mean, either one, but I just feel like there's so much more practice doing females. You just have to like practice, but you don't normally practice, so you make sure that you aren't letting your skills get left behind, as you could say. It's definitely harder when you're trying to do like multiple things, like anybody working within the industry or just working on your own projects too. It's hard to like do everything. Like it's hard to like make a really work at a short film and then keep up doing your practice drawing. It's not easy. You get so busy with one thing because it takes so long. Or if you're a storyboard artist and say, or any other kind of artist, and you have to work for hours and hours doing one particular thing, it's hard to like add time into also practice bigger drawings, things like this. But I mean, even if you can only do it once a week, then it's better. It's not better than not doing it at all. Yeah, I definitely find that like working on these projects is, you start to miss your regular drawing. You get afraid, like you don't want to lose your ability. Okay, so I know I'm going over. It's time to move on to the next pose. Okay, so 2 minutes. We got 2 more poses left, including this one. So let's do it. Start now. I love these kind of poses too. I feel like these stances. I don't know, there's just something about certain actions that I really like taking. I don't want to jinx myself, but they almost never come out bad in poses like this just because it is a good, strong pose. It's hard to mess this up. When they're in an awkward position, it's like easy, especially if you're sitting. I always mess up sitting poses all the time. One of my Achilles heels is, I guess you could say. There's like a ton of crows outside. I don't know what's going on. That's one thing about California. No one ever tells you how many crows there are. There are so many crows. I don't know where they come from. It's like pigeons are in New York. There's like crows here. And I don't know what happened to the crows and to the pigeons in California. I think they all got driven away by the crows. Yes. I don't know. You see, it's nice. Easy to get to all the details and work everything out. It's still very rough. Still, I feel like I'm getting the sort of action I want. Okay, so I think we're on our last 2-minute pose now. Okay, we are definitely on our last 2-minute pose. So let's get this done. At first, I was to start with my waypoint pen and it didn't work. That was not wise. Okay, here we are. Yeah. This is a good photos too. Nice, like clean profile. There you can see the shape really good. The thing is, it's like no bad tangents. No, I hate the word tangent. There's no bad tangents. Really nice. Did you guys? I watched the movie. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys. I went to the movies this week by myself, which I haven't done in literally years. But I really wanted to see the movie Get Out, and my son is way too young for something like that. But I wanted to see it, and I was like, screw it, I'm just gonna go and see it by myself. And so I went because I wanted to see it because I really like Allison Williams because I watched the show Girls, and I'm a fan of that show more than anything. I was like, I want to see it. I want to give a shout out to my girl from Girls. And so I wanted to see it, and then it just started going crazy on the internet. Everybody's talking about this movie, and I was like, what? Because when I first heard of it, it was just through Allison Williams' Instagram, and I was just like, okay, I want to see it. She's in it. Let me go see that. But then, the internet went crazy with this movie, and I was like, what? Everybody's talking about how crazy it is. They got to see it again, blah blah blah. I'm like, what? So, like 2 cents. So I'm like, fine. Now I really have to go see it. And so I saw it, and it was pretty good. I like the story, and I really like the concept. And there's a couple of bugs in it that, for me, kind of like, yeah, they could have tightened it up, and they could have like, made the climax a little bit, stronger. I feel, but overall, it was a really good story, and I can appreciate good story. Yeah, definitely. When they build up a movie and like it has this slow start, and just all of a sudden, you wait for the climax, and the climax comes, and it's just like, yep, it's like really fast. It's like, what was that? It's a little bit of a letdown in that sense, but the story is really excellent, and I like the acting was really good, and I like that they added comedy. They didn't make it too serious, so I would definitely recommend watching it in theaters now. It's a good movie. I liked it. Okay, so now we're moving on to 5-minute poses, and we have our new model here, and he's like trying to get out of the sunken place, I guess. He's so get up and don't get it. Anyway, 5-minute poses. We're gonna do, how many do we have? We'll do, how about that? No, we'll do 3 5 minutes and 1 2 minute. Is that good? So, I'm sorry, I just burped real quick. Okay, 3 5 minute and 1 10 minute. Okay, so 5-minute pose starting now. This is a good pose too. I like it. It's pretty. I like the action in this pose. And even though I'm doing a 5-minute, I still kind of want to get it to be like, I still kind of want to get in as much information in the same amount of time as if I was doing like a 1 minute. But only the extra time I want to spend just like polishing it up and like figuring out all the details. But I still want to get the basis of the pose in quickly within the first minute. how I work. Other people might find it differently. They might slow down if they have a longer pose. But not I. Also, like, I've been reading the Richard Williams book, and I had that book for like years, you know, and I would just like look at it, like skim through it for the longest time. But actually, decided probably sometime around mid to late last year that I wanted to read the whole thing, like, front to back, cover to cover. And it's really good. It's really like helpful. I mean, even like the little things that you pick up on that you wouldn't think of otherwise. And even if you're not, well, I wouldn't necessarily recommend if you're not an animator, but just as a filmmaker or just as a sketch artist, I just feel like you think about things more. It helps you think about your poses a lot more. I really appreciate that. Even though I don't necessarily care for Richard Williams himself. Only because I heard him speak live and he spoke really not necessarily kindly of another artist who I really admire, and I always felt that was kind of petty. So I kind of feel like his ego is a little bit in his way. So I kind of lost a little bit of my respect for him in that sense, but it's still a really, really good book. So, it is what it is. There's so many artists that I keep hearing more and more people like always complain about egos of animators in this business, and it's like why do people feel the need to prove themselves to be better than someone else, or demand some sort of respect that they think that they are entitled to? I don't get the point of that, really. I mean, I understand, especially living out here, how even in Europe, everywhere, really, it's so much competition, and I get that, but you really have to be a jerk to prove that you're good. I don't think that's necessary, and I don't think it helps you along anyway. Yeah, have confidence in yourself, but don't be like, a DI. I'm just saying. So yeah, Richard Williams. I like the book, but I don't like his ego. I don't know, maybe he's changed since then. This was in 2008, I guess. Around that era. I was at School of Visual Arts, and he was a guest speaker. And I guess he thought that no one in the room would know who he was talking about. But me and my other friend were like, what? He is talking about so-and-so, and he is the bomb. Like, how dare he do that? So, yeah. If you want to prove that you're better, that's the thing. You don't have to put other people down to make yourself appear better. You know what I'm saying? It's just not necessary, and it's not nice. It's my opinion. And I don't really see the point of it either. I definitely don't think it helps you get more jobs. That's 5 minutes already. Whoa. You see, like, every year at 5 minutes, you don't get it done. Like, you get a little bit, and you just barely start, cleaning it up, and then boom, it's done. And that's what's frustrating to me about 5-minute poses. Oh well. We gotta get our practice in. So let's do the next one. And here, this one is also going to be a 5-minute. So let's do this. Maybe I'll use blue this time. Starting now. Oh, that's a yawn. All right, so this crystal blue is kind of annoying on that fan. Oh, I don't know. I kind of am excited. I was excited when I first like heard about it and everything, but now I'm kind of like I'm starting to feel that little bit of like, uh, what's the word? Um, what's the word? Not superstitious, just kind of like skeptical. What's the word? Skeptical about this new Beauty and the Beast movie because you guys don't understand. I was a huge Beauty and the Beast fan. That was the first um, movie that I saw that made me want to become an animator. Like, you don't even know, like, that movie changed my life. I'm not even joking. I had everything related to this movie. I had a lunchbox. I had, even like before the cassette came out, my mom got me the bootleg cassette. I was like, why did you give me this? But I still watched it every day. When the real cassette came out, I got the real cassette. And you don't even know, like, this movie had a huge impact on me growing up. And I used to like sit there with the cassettes, literally, and like try and draw like still frames from this movie. I'm not kidding. That was a movie that really changed my life. But I am skeptical about these live action movies because they like to ruin them sometimes, and I just don't want them to ruin my classic movies like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gave them a lot of credit for um, I gave them like all my faith when I saw that Maleficent was coming out. I thought Angelina Jolie was perfect for the role, and I was like so excited to see that. And I was like counting down days, and I was so ready because Sleeping Beauty was close to me too because that was actually the first Disney movie I ever watched in my life when I was like 3. I think I saw it for the first time on Disney Channel. I used to watch it all the time, so I was really excited about Maleficent too. And when it came out, I was just so disappointed because it was sucked. It was the stupidest thing. It was dumb. That's all I can say about that movie. It was dumb, and I didn't like it, and I didn't like what they did to Maleficent, and I didn't like that they made her like this adopted stepmother of Sleeping Beauty, and I was like, what is this? I didn't like it. They changed her character. She had on like jeans when she was fighting again. I was like, what are you doing? And I didn't like that. So since that, and I have to say, like, the first people who really ruined my childhood was what's that director's name? I forgot his name. He doesn't matter. But the guy who did Transformers, he was the first one to really wreck my childhood with those remakes, and I was just like, oh my gosh, really? This is what you did to my childhood? And so, like, yeah, but when Disney did it, that hurt. That was more personal. So I am a little bit scared. I mean, I'll see it. I mean, yeah, duh, I know I'll see it. But I am extremely skeptical. And I really hope they don't let me down again. Because I really don't like what they did with Maleficent. But, hey. It's only because I love them horror fans. Like, that is my studio. So serious. So serious. That's my studio. So when they hurt me, I hurt bad. I hurt for days. I have nightmares. I probably did have nightmares about Maleficent after it came out. I was just like, I was so disappointed. So I didn't bother with Cinderella, even though I love the animated movie. Like, that's one that I probably have seen that one more than any other. Like, seriously, I watch it almost every day. But no lie. But yeah, I didn't even bother with the live action because I was like, yeah, I can't even be let down by that. So anyway, the bottom line is I'll see Beauty and the Beast, but with one eye closed. I think I'll keep one eye closed during the whole thing, and I'll let you know what I think about it. Okay, let's move on. So this is our last 5-minute post, is it? No. No. We're gonna do 2 more 5-minute poses, and we'll do 1 10-minute. Okay. So I just feel like with this thing, I mean, I always liked the animation. Like, always loved animation. But sometimes with the live action, I feel a little bit. I didn't see the Peach Dragon yet either. And I used to have the cassette of the real Peach Dragon when I was a kid, and the book. So I see that Peach Dragon is on Netflix now. And so I was like, all right, well, I'm definitely going to watch it because it's on Netflix now. But I'm still a little bit scared, and I still might watch that with one eye closed. Jungle Book was okay. It was okay. I wasn't really that crazy about the animated one either, so wasn't that personal to me. Only thing I really love about that movie is Shere Khan, and I think the animation is like the best thing that ever happened in life. Shere Khan. I'm obsessed with the animation of Shere Khan, but other than that, I'm not really that crazy about that movie. So, yeah, I think the live action was okay. I wasn't crazy about the way they did the animated animals, though. I felt like it kind of looked puppety, but oh well. Anyway, I'm not the director there. So. I didn't think they did enough motion with like the hip, like they did like the shoulders animated, but like the back legs look like one piece, like they didn't separate it enough. I'm so like picky. I seriously think they didn't put enough of bone movement with the animals. But anyway, moving on back to drawing. We got 2 more 5-minute poses, so starting now. It's like seriously summertime out here, y'all. I see like all my New York friends, you know, because I grew up in New York, and all my Facebook friends are still in New York, and they're like, oh my god, it's freezing, and like people posting videos of the snow and the subway, and I'm just like, it's like 90 here in LA, so I can say that I don't miss the weather there at all. At all. I don't miss those like delayed winters. Because like it'll happen in New York, like you'll think winter's over, you'll get like one really nice day, it'll be like almost 70, and you're like, oh my gosh, spring is literally here, y'all, and you'll see like some flowers coming out a little bit, and you think winter is all the way over, and then the next day it is a blizzard, and you don't know what happened, and that happens like almost every year. Almost every year you think winter's over, and then boom. Some kind of snowstorm comes out of nowhere, and it's like, man. So I don't miss the weather in New York at all. My mom, every time she calls me, she talks about the weather. Every time. I don't know why. She knows my weather too every time. She's in Florida right now, and I don't know why she knows my weather every time we talk. She just knows. She's just checking up on me or something. Oh, and I heard it's sunny there today. Is it because it's getting some heat? I'm like, why do you know my weather though? Oh well. She's a great lady. Oh, what do I do with that one? Yeah. Sometimes it's good to like when you do the arm. Sometimes it's good to just put the hand in and then like connect the dots to like the forearm. I don't know why. It just helps you to put the pieces together a little bit, at least I feel. He's got his hands like all over the place. He's kind of annoying with this right now. Figure it out. So let's see. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, by the way, my movie today is Sleeping Beauty. I don't know that name like it is, but I like to announce every week which Disney movie I'm watching. It's always interesting. Usually, maybe one day I'll just watch something else. I don't know. It just feels like it's good or something. Before this, I was watching The Real. It's like my new favorite show. Because no, I don't watch cartoons all day long. I don't have time to do that. But I do like it when I'm doing certain things, such as this. And I always just draw and I look back at what I'm at the model and I draw and look back at the model. I mean, you want to use part of your memory to draw, but you want to also make sure you're drawing what you see. So I do a lot of back and forth. Look at my drawing, look at the model, draw some more. It is Friday. Everybody's gonna have something exciting to do for the weekend. I want to do something fun. I haven't done anything fun in a while. This week has been so much work. I'm trying to finish this movie. So hard to try to finish this movie. So I definitely am ready for the weekend. Not like weekend usually means much to me. So I usually work through my weekends, but I do want to do something non-work related at some point this weekend. I think I'll go to SeaWorld or something. This time you say you want to go to SeaWorld. I haven't been here. I went to the one in Orlando years ago. I haven't been to the one here. They are doing some sort of a anniversary thing at Disneyland, but I am not trying to go to Disneyland on the weekend. I am not. If I go on Disneyland, it's gonna be like on a random Tuesday or something like. Because I'm not trying to wait in line for 5.5 hours. I'm not trying to do that. I am not 15, 16 anymore. I don't have time for that. Or patience, especially. Patience, I do not have patience. Okay, so we got one more 5-minute pose. And okay, so start time. Oh, I wonder if it will come up if I do it right. I'm gonna try. Apple. Okay, 5 minutes. Now. You can see it. The light looks kind of nice. I don't know why I'm singing the Universal theme song. I don't really know. I think it would be really cool to direct a whole full feature movie. I mean, that's I think probably my next goal is to do a whole feature movie. It won't be animation now, believe me. I'm not doing a full feature animated movie by myself. That is way crazy. Nope. That would take 50 some years. I don't have time for that. I want to finish. I like to finish things, and I'm not trying to work on something that's going to take me 20 years. But I do want to make a nice. I do want to do a full length feature movie. I think that would be so much fun. So awesome. So we'll see what's in the works. I'm almost done with my first. This is my first like real short film, guys, that I'm actually really doing. Like I've done my little like 2 minute film, 1 minute film. You know, I did a 5 minute film that I didn't really finish 100%. But this is like my first like short film that's like all the way like no. I did do actually like a almost 5 minute, like a 4.5 minute film, completely finished, done, animated. So I did stuff like that. But this is like the longest film I've ever made. That's like seriously, like for real, like fully edited, fully done, like film. Like this is the longest I've ever done, and it's like with credits and everything, it's 12 minutes. So that's like serious. I think the film itself is like 10 minutes long, but with everything, I'm just gonna say it's 12 minutes, and it's like, wow, I can't believe that I'm like really doing this, like really happening, and it's so exciting to me. I don't know about anybody else, but when you make something that's like that people can see, like that people can really like experience. I don't know. There's something just kind of. I want to say the word nostalgic, even though I'm not really sure what that means, but sometimes somehow I feel like it fits. But yeah, it's something very nostalgic about it, and and like seriously, I did this thing like by myself. Like nobody was doing this, you know, in betweening for me. Nobody was doing backgrounds. Nobody was editing for me. I did have a little bit of help shooting in the very beginning, but shoot, I shot almost the entire thing, all of the settings for my idea. I did all of the acting. Like seriously, it's crazy. I can't believe that I'm actually like that I actually did it. And I just hope that other people do it too because it's like it's so crazy. Like to like actually make a film and put it out there and actually put all of your spirit into it. I don't even know like disrespect to people who have help because I think you know next time around I would love to have help, you know, because it was a lot of work, and I really would like I would love to have people helping me, you know, to make films because it is not easy. There's so much little things that you know you don't even think about when you go to see a movie. Even if you go see an indie film, you know, just because this is an indie film doesn't mean it took any less time to make, you know. Only thing is you have less people doing all the work, so it takes longer. But oh my gosh, it's so bananas to me that it's actually happening. It's actually real. And it's just like almost done, and soon you'll be able to see it. And everyone will be able to see it, and you can say it's awesome, or you can say it sucks, but it doesn't matter because I still like made this thing happen. Like, it's like you put something into the world that didn't exist before, and it's like it's a whole other feeling of making art. To me, it feels like a whole other level of art making because this is something that people can really experience. This is something creative that people can really, you know, be a part of. And I think that's really, I mean, I know I'm making a big deal out of it, but to me, it is a big deal. I don't know, to me, it's just something really special about that. And I definitely am not done. I love filmmaking. I think it's like something I always need to do. I know that everybody's gonna get like, you know, I mean, some people, it's like one of those things that some people get it, some people won't, some people love it, some people hate it. So, you know, I put myself up to like whatever the heck else happens. But at the same time, it's like, it's freeing in a sense. It really feels like it's freeing. Feels like it's like 3D expression. It's like multi-dimensional expression. It's like the best I can think of it. drawing is like two-dimensional and it's a whole other type of brain and face and creative expression. Looking at them, it's like, wow. All right, I need to move on from this. I don't really like it anyway. But I was like, but it's not that bad. Let's just clean it up. I need to do so bad. Okay, we only got one more drawing left, you guys. And I'm ready to do this. Okay, he's like Black Power, right? Sorry, I can't help it. It looks like he's saying that to me. But here we go. All right, 10 minutes. This is our very last drawing of the day. So let's do this. Starting now. And I'm gonna use, I'm just feeling at the totes right now. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think I'm the only person that listens to go running. Is that like a, I didn't today. Today I actually listened to some soca music. So I like to listen to it once in a while. I come from the island of Brooklyn, New York, so I like to listen to some reggae and soca sometimes. Yes, I live in Brooklyn, New York. It's not an island, but if you ever lived there, you know it's kind of like the Caribbean in itself. It kind of is, man. I mean, even if you're from like Italian neighborhood, you still eat beef patties sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying. Just saying. I wanted to like see more. I don't know. You call them memes or you call them memes? I call them memes. Of like Get Out are so funny. I was just looking online. I was on Instagram this morning, and I was looking at this page. What's its name? It's called Bacon, and it's got like 70 million followers, something ridiculous like that. But like they have this like one meme from Get Out, and it's like when you're being fake in front of your friends, or not when you're being fake. It's like when you have to fake smile to your customers or something like that, and it shows the guy from that. It's so funny, so funny. Definitely, if you haven't seen the movie yet, I would recommend you go see it this weekend. What I like about it is like it's totally like different. Like it's a different perspective on racism and a different like they took a whole other route and they made it modern. They made it new and they made it young and like that. They didn't use like I mean, shout out to Roots. We all watched. I know I watched Roots when I was a kid. My grandparents made me watch it. It was like 6.5 days long. That movie. It's like a whole. This is a whole other deal, and it's like totally like I like it. Like I said, the climax could have been more, but the movie, the story, the angle that they took, I like it. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I like the angle that they took for that movie. You don't really, it was like a whole other way of telling a story, and I like that. That sort of, you know, any way that you can reach people. If you gotta do something different to get your story out, then do something different. You don't have to do it the same way that everyone else has done it for the last however many years. You can do it differently. I appreciate that. know how this movie finished so quickly. I was watching Sleeping Beauty and the movie is done. Like I just started it when we started drawing. I didn't know we were drawing for so long. Or that movie is like must be really short. Shorter than I realized. Apparently. Oh yeah, we're on a 2-minute pulse, aren't we? I think so. Okay, making sure that I'm on the right page. This. You know I'm getting serious when I start to like be quiet, really quiet. It means I'm like really getting focused on like details. Or I'm trying to at least. I'm trying, guys. I haven't really drawn this week. I know my skills are not really on par or on fleek. That's such a horrible word, especially to talk about drawing. But I know I'm not really on my game right now, but I'm trying, okay? I've been doing a lot of filmmaking this week, and I'm sorry that I have not been practicing figure drawing as much as I would have liked to this week. But next week, I'll do my best to be right back where I should be. You have that muscle memory with drawing too. Like, if you haven't drawn for a week, then you kind of look like it sucks a bit, you know? It's okay. You'll be back. Just start drawing again every day. In a couple days, you will be back. Not even, like, give it like 2 or 3 days, just drawing regularly again, and you'll be back to where you were and beyond. You just have to get right back up, and you know, you start to remember word for things again, and your pencil starts to flow a little bit more naturally, even though you did take a break, and now you're looking kind of like unkept in your drawing skills. Don't worry, you'll come back. Because that's how I feel today. And that's why I was like kind of hesitating about starting, because I was like, ooh, I know I haven't drawn in a little bit. I'm not going to be doing too good, but it's no big deal. It'll be fine. You'll be fine. You'll be back where you were in no time. And so what if you missed a little bit of time? You were doing something that was important to you, hopefully. And if that's the reason why you took a break, then hey, at least in my case, I'm gonna have a film at the end of it, so I'm okay. Missing a couple of days to get back, at least I can't Tear these airbrushes apart, man. Seriously. I'm trying to do my shading with the airbrush, but I can't find the one that I like. There's one that I like. The other ones I don't care for. These look like spots. It's such a weird brush. I don't know why it's doing this. Oh well. You guys see that, right? It's like spotting. Oh well. Alright, that's our time, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in this week, and I hope to see you again next week, same time, same place, 11-ish o'clock. And in the meantime, be grateful, live balanced, and be yourself. Have a good weekend. Bye bye.